If you're a spiritual person, if you're awake to this world and you understand that things are never what they appear to be, you're going to want to listen to this message. Sex is never just sex. If you think STDs are scary, soul ties are even worse. When you're having physical intimacy, it's never just sex. Now, I know it's fun to give into the flesh and to give into our desires, and it's fun in the moment. But you don't know where that person's been. You don't know who they've laid with, and who they've laid with. And if they're not a good person, if they don't have a good, pure heart with good intentions, you're going to actually get parts of their soul with you. You're going to get what's called soul ties. You ever broke up with somebody, been broken up with, been dumped? You get that feeling in your gut like, oh my gosh, my life's over. I can never move forward. That's a soul tie, and you need to break it in order to move forward with your life and have peace again. Be careful who you lay with. Use your discernment. Listen to things. If they don't seem right, don't do it. I recommend not even sleeping with somebody unless you're in a full-on committed relationship or a marriage, preferably marriage. But even then, you're not even safe because hardly anyone wants to be faithful and loyal these days. Just be careful who you're laying with. The scary part about soul ties is you don't realize what's happening to you. You know, there's been documented accounts of people that have had multiple partners throughout their life. If you look at a lot of the people in the adult film industry, look at how much they've changed from when they've started their career to the end of their career. Look at Bill Clinton, for example. These people look like they've been drained from the inside out, like their mind, body, and soul has been drained from them because of the amount of people and the people that they've had physical intimacy with. Sexual transmitted demons. It's very real. There's been accounts of people right before they have intimacy, seeing things, seeing people essentially transform in front of them, or seeing some kind of demonic entity. Now, rather that's something tricking them or putting an illusion in their head, this stuff is very real. So we're all spiritual beings, right? And intimacy, physical intimacy, no matter which way you flip it, even if it's raunchy, dirty, one-night intimacy, it's still a spiritual experience. It's the same thing with soul ties and how to break and get rid of soul ties. It's a very spiritual experience. No matter what your faith is, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in crystals, whether you believe in chakras, whether you believe in it all, whatever it is, it's very spiritual, right? So the only way to break that soul tie is to spiritually release it. Pray about it. Ask the Lord, ask your crystals, whatever it is, to release that person from your heart and release their energy from you. Cast that energy onto your Creator. That is one part of breaking the soul tie. The next part is deleting everything that has to do with them. Text messages, pictures, any associated energy that has to do with them, get rid of it. And if you have kids, if you were in a marriage and you have kids, give your kids those pictures of you and them. You don't need them anymore. And the third part to this is going to be to clean and cleanse that area, both spiritually and, if you need to, chemically. What I like to do is I've saged my bedroom before, I've saged my car, I've saged my house. Sage is a very spiritually cleansing herb. So make sure you're clearing and cleansing those areas. But most importantly, don't associate with that person again. Once you've severed those ties, you don't want anything to do with their energy. Don't be around them. Don't speak to them. Nothing. Once you break a soul tie, be done with it.
This is not to bash anybody, but just a reminder that your temple, all of this is still very precious. And it's important that you take care of it. Let's be real. We live in a generation where it is given up like there's no tomorrow. And that is how we end up with unwanted baby mamas, baby daddies, unwanted pregnancies. Let me not forget, relationships don't last. Heartaches are involved, all because you rushed into something by sleeping with them. What happens after you sleep with them? Well, now it's like, what is there to know? What is there to get to know about the person. And you rushed something that was meant to be so special and precious. So I encourage you, beautiful women, men as well, save yourself. Take care of yourself. And save yourself from all these soul ties, STDs, unwanted pregnancies. And wait on God. Because that's the best way to do it. Amen. Amen.
How to break a soul tie from a toxic man. Step number 1, be real about it. Let God know that you are very weak in this area of your life and that you cannot, out of your own strength, leave this man alone. You know he does you wrong. You know he doesn't treat you right, but you just cannot leave. And that's okay, because sex and a whole lot of other things form these soul ties. But anywho, step number 2, you're going to ask God to come in and intervene. You're going to ask him to exchange your weakness for his strength, so that you can simply have the strength to walk away from this man. Step 3, ask God to put a disgusting, distasteful taste in your mouth every time you think about this man, every time you dream about this man, any little thought, okay? Ask God to pop it, all right, about this man. And let me tell you guys something. I did these 3 things, and when I tell you, I just woke up one morning and I legit had a disgusting taste in my mouth. I was just so turned off by him. Listen, God would do it.
You know how you may find someone utterly attractive on their outer appearance? You may find them so attractive. You're saying, oh, they're so cute, or oh, they're so handsome, or oh, this person's so fine. I gotta get with this person. You gotta get with this person. But yet, you really don't know where they are spiritually. They may seem as if they're so intrigued by you. They may seem as if they're so spiritual. But yet that individual that you're pursuing, because you're so overwhelmed and captivated by the image, the outer image of that individual, you don't know the history of that individual's background. You don't know that individual's plot, plan, and schemes when getting with you. There are people on this earth that are bound by the enemy. They are assigned agents working for Satan. And their job is to fulfill the needs of what Satan wants to have accomplished by killing, destroying, doing whatever that the enemy has to do to try to get rid of you. You have to be very careful with what you connect yourself to and who you connect yourself with, because the enemy is seeking to devour whosoever. He doesn't care. He has no respect of person. He's very rude and disrespectful. So you have to keep in mind, don't be so overwhelmed and thrown by the looks of a person, because looks can get you killed.